Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my Monaco Master League series. Today we've got some cracking games, but also an absolutely fantastic goal. One of my favourite goals I have ever scored in any football game ever. I'm super excited for this. We've got Leon in our first game here, and I've brought on Lukaku for this game. I've been so impressed with him recently. And here we go, kicking off the game against one of the stronger teams in the league. And we're going to get off to a fantastic start here. Balde running down this left side. Always want to cut onto his right foot because that's where he's best. And look at that for a killer pass as well. Doesn't give up. And he scores. Look at that. Oof. Beautiful. Finesse shot around the keeper on that right side. And we're off to a great start against Leon here. This is the beauty of someone quick like Keita Balde, being able to chase down the ball. Not only is he good with the ball at his feet, he's such a good player to have when you're chasing down defenders, putting pressure on the back line. And look at this as well. Beautiful bit of play there. Pellegrini had to have the shot with his left foot, which unfortunately goes over the bar. And then this, an absolutely fantastic tackle from Nathan Ake. What a signing he's proved to be. And that is a pretty much as good as a goal, isn't it? They were going to score. There's no doubt about it. But Ake did such a good job to get back. And then we had another chance here right before half-time to make it 2-0, but they defended it well in the end. And although we were on top 1-0 up, it was a pretty even first half. And there is Ake doing another fantastic tackle. Lovely pass over to Martins. Then Keita Balde finds Pellegrini. He's going to try and shoot with that right foot, but it's a brilliant save. Somehow we are not 2-0 up. We almost foul a player there. They get the chance anyway. Traore with his left foot. Big save there from the keeper. And that, again, could have been a goal. We really should have conceded in this game. But somehow, we were still winning this 1-0. Trying to find that second goal still. Pellegrini into Ben Yedder. Over to Martins. We're going to try and get that cross low in, which is blocked, unfortunately. And then going into the final minutes of this game, it's out wide to Henriks. We're going to play this one back to Martins. We're going to cut back onto that right foot. Give it back to Henriks. And this cross, oh, it's perfection. But the new striker we signed in the last episode was unable to get the header on target. So, unfortunately, a 1-0 victory is all we're going to be able to get today. But stats-wise, very impressive performance. Very happy with that one. And then we got this. Now, I don't know about you guys, but would you like to be called The Terrible as a nickname? I think this is great, by the way. It's fantastic that your players can get nicknames, but really? The Terrible? Pellegrini the Terrible. I'm not so sure about that one. And then we got an email about having a testimonial match at the end of the season. How awesome is that? Something to look out for as we approach the end of the season. But now we're going to go into our next game, and we're going to change to a 4-2-3-1 and give Pellegrini a go up front on his own. On his own for the very first time. I love Pellegrini, man. He's been so good for us. And also, we're going to bring in Fabregas for a game as well. We did have a few tired legs going into this one. And we're up against a pretty strong team in Strasbourg as well. Is that how you say their name? Look, throughout this whole series, I apologise. My pronunciations have been terrible. My French accent, my French knowledge is non-existent. So, yeah, excuse me for butchering names. But again, we got off to a very good start here. And Pellegrini was involved in everything. But more so, it was all Gelson. And I tell you what a goal that would have been. The run from Gelson, 3 times in a row in this game, we made the same run, and it almost ended in a goal every single time. But this one was ruled offside. But don't worry about that, because Keita Balde is a man of spirit. He does not give up. You saw it in that last game, and guess who scores? Keita Balde wins the ball after losing it there, and he just slots it home in the bottom right corner. 10 minutes until the break, and we are 1-0 up away from home. Really tidy finish. I much prefer him as a winger than I do as a striker. At the start of the season, I had Ben Yedder up top with Keita Balde on that left. 2 strikers next to each other. And it worked to some extent, but I much prefer him on the left. But now, get ready for this one, guys. This is quite simply the best goal I have ever scored. I think it's one of my favourites, at least. Maybe it's not the actual best skill-wise, but I just love the look of this goal. We get a free kick for Golovin. We know how good his free kicks are. But you guys know how bad I am, as I'm adjusting the camera there. I hit it against the wall, and then bang! Straight into that top left corner. Oh, it's beautiful. The way it floated in, the accuracy right into that top left corner. Oh my God, this was a thing of beauty. I was on Discord as I scored this with a couple of mates, and I literally shrieked. And they were like, what the hell is going on? And then I just said, don't even worry about it. This goal is one of the best goals I have ever scored in a football game. And Alfie, don't you dare ruin my moment. My dog likes to bark sometimes when I'm recording, which is really frustrating. Pick your timing, don't you, mate? Shush. But anyway, Henriks picks up the ball here, and it's half-time. And that was an incredible first half display. What a goal that was. I will watch that over and over and over. And come the end of the season, if we do kind of like an awards ceremony or whatever, maybe at the end of the series, that will certainly be right up there as one of my best goals. We do make it 3-0 shortly after the break here, and guess who it is? Of course, it is Pellegri, the number 19. Pellegri the Terrible. What a strike that was. Again involved here. Gives it to Golovin. And I tried one of the chip shots, which you can actually control with the RB button. You can actually use a kind of finesse shot, chip shot. It's a really weird system. And I almost scored it. Unfortunately not. Ball up to Gelson Martins here. Or Gelson, I think it might be. Someone said in the comments. So apology if I'm saying his name wrong as well. But he makes it 4-0. And look at this for a first touch. See you later, mate. Lovely. And then the controlled shot into the bottom left corner. So, 4-0 up. And stunning game. And then we almost throw away a goal there with some terrible defending until Ake stepped in and put a little bit of pressure on the striker there. And that was the end of the game. A 4-0 win. Balde, Golovin, Pellegri and Gelson Martins. 4 different goal scorers. Really, really happy with that result. But, of course, it was all about the goal. Now, we had an offer coming in there for Bashilia, which we're going to go ahead and reject as we move on into the next game. And again, it was an interesting one, this game. We had Saint Etienne, who have been struggling most of this season. Defensively, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you now, it wasn't great from them. But look at that for a pass. Going forward, they were actually pretty dangerous. We get away with this one in the first 10 minutes. There's a real scramble in the box there to try and win the ball back. And then we hit them on the counter, and you can see the defensive frailties that they have. It's so easy to get through here. Pellegri on his left foot, off the post. Deserved a goal. It was a fantastic strike, but they do get away with it. And then they hit us on the break again. Ake comes in with a pretty tough tackle. They take it quickly, and they very almost scored from it. Cheeky, quick free kick, man. It's so frustrating when they do that because you cannot stop it. There's nothing you can do. And then on the stroke of half-time, Diaz with a lovely curled effort just wide of the post. 0-0 at the break. Saint Etienne definitely lucky to be in this game still. We had some really decent chances. Pellegri with his weaker left foot there, wide of the post. We're starting to feel a lot more comfortable in this game. Kessie picks it up in midfield. Over to Keita Balde. And the passing here is beautiful. And then it's ruined by that. Ben Yedder with one of the worst shots I've seen. Golovin wins the ball in midfield. Although he's an attacking midfielder, I do play him a little bit deeper. And he does win the ball back a lot. And then Diaz runs through here with Ben Yedder. Another chance for him to score, but this time it may have been a better shot, but it was still a comfortable save for the keeper. And that, unfortunately, was another chance gone. And then into the final moments of the game, a chance to win the game. And it's Pellegri wide from there. I mean, don't even ask. I don't know. A 0-0 draw against Saint Etienne. After all of those chances, it felt like a loss. It really did. And then we had a few more emails coming in. We also had an offer coming in for one of our young players, which we're definitely not interested in. I certainly think I'll be using him more next season. And here is the February report for our earnings. We're doing quite well at the moment. You can go ahead and pause it there if you want to look in more detail. But we've earned some decent money there. And going into our next game, you can see here, PSG have a 20-point lead, which means a win for PSG would win them the league title. So we really did go into this game knowing that it was pretty much over. Pellegri finished his skill training, so now he has the long-range shooting skill, which is good to see. And we decided to go ahead and add a new skill training onto a new player. Man marking enables a player to stick to and persistently chase a player. And we're going to go ahead and give it to Ake. He's our best defender by a long shot. So that's going to take 30 days of training, and he will have that. So into the final game of this episode, we had Brest. I don't know how you say that. I said it the Swedish way there for some reason. I shouldn't really be saying that word. You Swedish guys and gals, maybe, would be laughing at what I just said. But here we have another interesting game. It's just a real good episode of gameplay. I really feel like we played some good football in this episode. And sometimes it's nice to just play without recording voice over the top of it live. Really get a chance to focus on the mechanics. And I'm still learning this game. And you can tell my passing is getting better and better. A little bit of a skill move there from Gelson. Lovely shot which goes wide, unfortunately. Well, I guess that makes it not a lovely shot. They had Naldo, and I didn't actually realise I sold Naldo to these guys. So we were coming up against our old defender there. Ben Yedder slots Pellegrini through. You might not think he's the quickest, but my God, he is actually very quick. And with that stronger right foot, I decided to toe poke it into the bottom right corner. It didn't quite work out, but Naldo, yeah, that's why we sold him. Useless, 45-year-old pretty much. Lovely pass into Pellegrini, but again, keeper off his line so quick, and it's another chance gone. Half-time, 0-0. I wanted to know what was going on in the PSG game. I was eager to find out if maybe, just maybe, they would drop points. But, I mean, they would just do it next week or the week after that. You know, it was always a case of us chasing this season. PSG were just extending that league game after game. And the fact that we lost to them recently really didn't help. But lovely play between the two strikers here, Ben Yedder and Pellegrini. Over to Ballatore. Pellegrini continued his run into the box. And it is a fantastic header. A lovely weighted header, just slightly dipping over the keeper there. No chance you're saving that. The defender, what was he doing? I don't know. We get that 1-0 lead, and we've got 30 minutes left in this game. A lovely ball up to Kessie. Falls for Pellegrini. Behind the defender somehow. It's another save from the keeper, and all you're going to see now for the rest of this gameplay is shot after shot after shot, and this poor goalkeeper must have had sore hands after this because he was having to make a lot of saves. Pellegrini, another shot coming in there that was creeping into the top right corner. A throw. They clearly don't think Diaz could be offside. No, they thought he could be offside. Clearly they don't know the offside rule when it comes to throws. And it's a beautiful, lovely bicycle / side acrobatic kick, whatever you want to call it. Saved again by the keeper. Defender clears it. We're going to go ahead and win this back with Ake. Over to Keita Balde, who stretches out to get that pass to our new striker. And I'm going to go for it off the post. So close to a second goal. How I haven't found one yet, I don't really know. Ballatore with the cross coming in. And it's another save from the keeper. Unreal. Going into the 86th minute. And it's another save from the keeper. At the end of this game, we had 14 shots on target. It was an absolutely incredible game. And another chance comes in, saved again, but this time, no chance saving the rebound. And Pellegrini gets his second of the game. Fantastic striker. He really is so good. I really recommend him if you're playing any football game these days. He's good in every single one. But you can probably tell by these cutscenes, replays, whatever you want to call them, that PSG did win their game. And therefore, the league title is over. We can only go for second, third, or maybe fourth if we lose a lot of games. But honestly, right now, you can see it there, league title out of reach. We are going to be getting second place, I'm pretty sure of it. We just need to win our remaining games. It's all in our hands. Now, going into the final moments of this episode here, guys, we get a ton of emails, including an offer coming in for a certain Fabregas. Now, I decided to sell him when we started, and then I decided to change my mind and keep him. So I thought, you know what, let's entertain this offer. Let's go ahead and see what it is. 17.3 million. His market value is 14.8. Now, at this point, I was thinking, this time next season, will I regret keeping him? And that's what made me made up my mind this time. I absolutely decided that, no, I would regret it if I didn't sell him. He's worth less than the value they're offering. I mean, that's a no-brainer, really. Good player, but I can replace him for next season with a better centre midfielder that's higher rated, has longer in his career left. So we're going to go ahead and accept this offer. We're going to get the money now, but he will not leave until the end of the season, of course. So Fabregas will be playing his last few games for us in Monaco. He'll be staying in France, of course. He'll be going to Lyon instead. But as you can see, our salary budget is now well over €250,000. I mean, it's a lot of money that we can spend next season, even if it's just a cheapish older player, but with high wages, you know? So there is the league table at the end of the episode, guys. PSG win the league title, although it doesn't actually say it there. It is mathematically impossible for us to overtake. We are 3 points ahead of Marseille. We're doing well. Basically, it's second or third that we're fighting for. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Tomorrow we will be wrapping up Season 1, and then before you know it, we'll be doing Season 2, which I think I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you next time.